Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I wanted to go and give you a little happy Valentine's Day video with just a couple of cute decorating tips as well as some nice DIY ideas for you to implement in your home this year. And I think that the one thing that I love about DIYs is it's just a fun way to express your creativity in your home. And so I hope these ideas inspire you and bring forth a little bit of that festive atmosphere of the Valentine's Day holiday. So happy Valentine's Day, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun, so let's get started. First of all, when decorating for Valentine's Day this year, I wanted to show you something a little bit fun that I did that was different. And so this was inspired by all of my subscribers. Quite a few of you had mentioned to me about Valentine's Day Christmas trees after my huge 16 Christmas tree design series that we went through over the holidays. Everyone loved that series, and it was such a hot topic that a couple of you had brought up the Valentine's Day Christmas tree, and I thought this was such a clever and fun idea. And so what I did is I actually took one tree that I had already done for Christmas called my confectionery Christmas tree, and I transformed that and used that in my decor for Valentine's Day as well. And I thought, what an awesome idea, because this tree is not just a nice small kind of tabletop Christmas tree, and I thought I can take out some of the ornaments that are a little bit more Christmas oriented and add in some nice little Valentines as well as some homemade Valentines from my children, and this would be a really fun little project. And yes, most definitely quite festive for Valentine's Day. I also then took one of the flocked Christmas trees that I have in the home, and I decorated that with all roses, and it just turns out so beautiful. I thought, man, this was such a great idea from my subscribers, because I actually took some of the pearl garland strands and just kind of tucked those in there to give it a little bit of jewelry to the Christmas tree, and then just decorated it solely in variations of roses, so that to make sure that the Christmas tree does not look too Christmassy, essentially, that it looks more Valentine's Day. So I didn't use ribbon and things like that on this tree. I really wanted to focus on creating a look that was more floral in appearance, and I think I really achieved that look, and I thought that this looks so sweet next to my fireplace, and such a good way to continue to utilize some of that decor that we get at Christmas time. I also had one little sparsely flocked Christmas tree in my living room that I let my children decorate, and we put all of their homemade ornaments that we create over the years. Every year I do a little DIY creativity ornaments with my children on every holiday. I think that it's really important to promote creativity across all ages. So not only do I promote that and show you guys DIYs because I want you to try it, but I also enforce that with my children. And one of the things, guys, that you'll notice is that I think that DIYs are really important for creating a good energy in your home, because when you create something, you're putting your energetic thumbprint on the things and items that you've created. And when you put your own blueprint in your own home, it definitely creates a lot more of a cozy atmosphere, as opposed to using someone else's art who may have their own energetic design that's not necessarily in level with or matching with your own. And sometimes that dissonance can be a little bit uncomfortable in a home, especially if you're sensitive to it. So I'm going to go right into the DIYs that I created this year, and you can actually see some of the DIYs that I've done in previous videos if you've been watching my channel for a while, sprinkled in through the decor items. But one of the ones that I'm doing today is this really nice canvas art, and I want to encourage you with this because I started off, I have this old canvas picture and I have it in my closet, and I don't really throw these away. I hold on to these because even though maybe that style doesn't match my decor anymore, these are really large canvases that can be reused, and this this size of a canvas is actually quite expensive, and so I don't throw these away. I just reuse them for some of my art projects. And so what I want to do is create a piece that's going to be a little bit subtle for my fireplace and festive for Valentine's Day. But guys, you know, I started off first with an acrylic pour because I love acrylic pours. But what I found after I created this piece was that I didn't like the level of color that was in this piece. It was just too much color for my home. I have a little bit more of a muted palette, and I didn't like that this wasn't exactly matching the gentle color schemes that I was trying to implement. And so I started again. And so what I did next is I tried another acrylic pour. I still didn't like the color. It was beautiful, of course. I created this really beautiful feather pattern on there, and just it was really a nice piece, but for what I wanted it for, I still didn't like the look. So then I spray painted it again, and I went through and added in another like acrylic pour just to half of it. And I then added in these textured pieces. I got this lightweight spackling, and I created these hearts on there, and to have a little bit of dimension, 3D dimension to the project. And now I was starting to get somewhere. Now I was starting to feel the project, but it still had a little bit too much color. So I went in finally with a little bit more spray paint over the entire thing. I just kind of danced it over there with the white on top and did a little bit of an ombre effect, just spray painted over everything, and actually the end result finally was what I was hoping for and what I felt good about. And so I could have just shown you how I created the end result. The important factor there is that art is a process, and so although I created something that, you know, was quite beautiful, maybe it wasn't for the purpose that I wanted it, I just kept trying and I kept recreating it. And so I don't want you to feel like you have to get this right on the first shot. You can just paint over it and try again and try again. It took me 3 tries to get this, maybe even a little bit more, maybe 3.5 tries to get this to where I wanted it to be. And that's kind of the creative process of creating something that's artistic for your home. You have to take away the fear of finality with it and just keep trying. And so I just wanted to give you that encouragement, because I know sometimes that, you know, when you go out and you purchase things that can be a little bit pricey and you're worried about your ability to create something, then it can be a little bit of a limiting barrier. But I want to make sure that you realize that everybody can make mistakes, and according to Bob Ross, everything is a happy mistake, and I agree.
We don't make mistakes, we have happy accidents.
Just, you know, put on your creative hat and go out and try something, and I hope that inspires you. And so the next DIY that I created was actually a little bit of an upcycle, and I love to upcycle things, guys. If I get something that I feel like I can reuse, I think you saw in my previous DIY Valentine's video where I did this really nice little hat box tin for my roses out of an old cookie tin. So I have another item that I kind of held on to from last year that I thought, oh, these are really cute, I can do something with these. Well, this is Valentine's hearts tins. You just take them and spray paint them some different pastel colors, and I then glued these tins together and reinforced them in the back with some ribbon. And then I actually used my Cricut to cut out some little cute phrases to put on them, but you can do this in different ways. You can get these letters in pre-made stickers because they're such a simple pattern, and so you can just get them at the Dollar Tree or Walmart or wherever you are in the world. I'm sure your local craft store will have packets of alphabet letters. You can just create this in the same way, and you could do this design in different ways. I did mine in a line, but you could put them in a cluster of 3 kind of all stacked on one another and put them on your wall as a little bit of a wall decor piece. And so there's different ways you could put many of them together, but they look like those little candy hearts, and I think that they turned out so cute. And I did that with the base of the Valentine's tins, and with the lids I repurposed the lids by just putting a coat of light pink paint on there, and just actually repurposing those to put on my Valentine's Day Christmas tree to add in a little bit more of the heart theme. And because I just did the paint level a little bit lightly, and because it's a textured lid, you can still see the image, and probably even a little bit better in real life, but you can still see the image that's there, and it blends in nicely with the Christmas tree. So I actually upcycled the entire piece into DIY moments throughout my home, and I think that they turned out really sweet. So guys, I hope that you take a look at my other Valentine's Day videos for a little bit more inspiration on things that you can create for Valentine's Day and DIY. I have a lot of nice ideas for you. And I'm curious, let me know in the comments below, are you somebody who puts up a Valentine's Day Christmas tree? I wasn't up until this year, and now you guys got me. So here I am. I've got a couple Valentine's Day Christmas trees, but I'd love to hear in the comments below from you guys. And thank you so much for the inspiration, and I hope that you have a happy and love-filled Valentine's Day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.